Hi guys, welcome to Pure Addiction TV, and it's time for Inspirational. Today I want to talk about with you guys a thing that I don't know if anyone else has coined or called, but I've noticed it in the younger community, a young adult community, anywhere from ranges from 19 to I'll say about 27, but it really could come at any time. But the topic I want to talk about today is young people's mini midlife crisis. A lot of people, when they think of a midlife crisis, they think of I'm gonna be 40 in menopause with a big belly. Like I've been working at my job for about 30, 40 years. Like that. When you think of midlife crisis, my hair is falling out. These are the things that you think about. But what a lot of people don't realize is you actually go through two midlife crises. That's two midlife crises. The second one is the one that we're all familiar with, the one that we see popularized on TV and film. But the one that I want to talk about today is your 20's midlife crisis. If you think about it, it makes sense. You've been on Earth at that point for about 22, 23, some odd years. That's 2 decades, and you've probably witnessed and seen a lot. When the midlife crisis happens, it can happen at any time, at any age range between, I'd say, 22 to 27. It's after that 21 period, 18, 19, 20, 21, the party kind of slows down. And you get to a point where you're like, well, what the hell am I supposed to do? What am I doing? Where is my life going? I think I'm still living home with my parents. Do I have a car? Maybe I don't have a car. Do I have a great job? Is it a full-time job? Am I making enough money? Well, Sally down the street and on my Facebook post just got a new dog in an apartment. And you're sitting there like, am I doing enough? What am I doing? Is this really what I want to do? And before long, you're kind of caught up in this insanity almost of, am I making the right decisions for myself, for my future, at all? That's when you hit that midlife crisis point, your first mini midlife crisis point. What I want to tell you guys today is, don't beat yourself up. Our generation, young people, we have enough on our shoulders. One of the biggest things is how are we going to run this country and this world accordingly once our elders pass on. That's a great burden for any generation to have. And we look at the mistakes of Generation X, our parents' generation, and the baby boom generation, and before that, and we want to make better decisions. And through our strives and through our efforts we have. I mean, I feel as though my generation is the most accepting generation of the LGBT community, of black rights, of social issues. Does that mean we're perfect? Oh no, not by far. Do we have a long way to go? Of course, but that is a part of the human condition. But what I'm saying to you is, it's okay if you don't know what you want to do or where you are or where you want to go. It's all right. Figure it out. Try different things. A lot of us are afraid to step outside of our box and our comfort zone and figure things out. You'll never know if you like riding a bike for a living, doing those cross-country races like Neil Armstrong and all them. You would never know if you would like to do be a fireman, or even, granted, they're not really the most popular people at this time, but a police officer. You'd never know if you want to be an artist, if you want to do deep sea diving, welding, like jobs that I would never have even thought existed. You would have never known that if you had never stepped outside of the box and tried it. I've worked so many jobs. My first job was Wendy's as a fry cook, and I wasn't even frying hamburgers. I was frying French fries in this tiny ass, tight ass, hot ass kitchen, grease all over the floor. I'm slipping and sliding. That was my first job. I was 16 years old, and I knew that's not what I wanted to do with the rest of my life. but I didn't know what. I knew I wanted to write. I knew I wanted to tell stories, but I didn't know how. And I was afraid to step outside of my comfort zone and create a platform for myself to get an audience that I needed. And here I am. I'm talking on YouTube. Never did it before. Am I nervous? Will I mess up? Will the comments beat me down? Maybe so, but I'm trying something different. I'm trying something new. I work with young, mentally disabled adults, and that was something where I was terrified. I said, oh my God, I'm not going to like this. I'm going to hate it. This is going to be a frightening experience. I don't know how I'm going to handle it. I absolutely, positively love that job. Do I want to do it 50, 60 years in the future? No. But I love it. My expectations were of horrible things, and it was actually the complete opposite. It was beautiful, and it still is a beautiful experience because I still do that. And you'll never know what you're going to like, what you can deal with, what you can't deal with until you go out there, get out of your comfort zone, and actually do it. It's okay if you fail. We are so afraid, especially my generation, of failing because we are so hooked into Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat. My life has to look like this in order to impress you all. Why are you impressing you all? Who are you all? The American people? Well, last time I checked, your name is Jennifer. Jennifer works really hard, working this 2 part-time jobs, trying to support her child, got these baby daddy issues. But you want to make your life seem so freaking perfect. You're willing to break your neck, do things that you hate, so you can make your life seem so perfect for other people. Not for yourself, not for your children, but for other people. And I'm even talking about your mama. Fuck your mama's opinion. I'm so sorry. Fuck your daddy's opinion. Lord, forgive me. Fuck your grandma's opinion. You know whose opinion matters about your life and what you're going to do with it? You. When you stop living for other people, when you stop living for the camera, when you stop living for the Instagram posts and the Facebook likes and how many snapbacks and DM you can get into, and you start living for what makes you happy. What do I enjoy? When's the last time you sat down and asked yourself, wait a minute, what do I like? Me personally, what do I like to do? Well, let me see, can I do some of the things that I like professionally? Is there something that do I like helping people? Well, how do I like helping people? Maybe it's a nurse. Maybe it's a psychiatrist. Maybe it's a cook in a cafeteria school lunch. That just the joy of you cooking for these kids and you're happy about doing it. We're so captivated in the dollar and the appearance. Worry about how you look to yourself. Stop worrying about, I gotta have this now. I gotta have this car. I'm supposed to have this job. I'm supposed to have this house. I'm supposed to have this family. I'm supposed to have this lover. I'm supposed to have this child. No. Where's this rule book that you're buying that I'm not buying, that I never even heard of? Is it on Amazon? Where is it? Because I want to know, where is this rule book that says you have to have your life together by 22, 23, 24, 25. If you're still searching, it's okay. But if you're out here and you're reading that book, what you're not going to do is you're not going to come over here in my space and tell me what I should and should not do with my life. No, leave that over there. You want to read that imaginary book on life skills and things, you go do that. While me over here, I'm going to try to figure out what makes me happy, what makes me a whole individual. So I don't have to walk around in life 30, 40, 20, 10, 5 years later and wonder, damn, my life is really going to hell. I got all these things that it is really empty inside because I never wanted this. For example, people with relationships. I want a man. I want a woman. I want a partner. Because they look so cute doing this and look at them over there and all that. That's great. And then you have people who They think they want that. Social media has a way of making you think that you want something. Just like advertisers do it. I went to school for this. I know. They will make you think you want something. Instead of finding a need and fulfilling it, which is a business is supposed to do. No, we're going to make you have a need. So you'll have to fulfill it. You have to think smarter. You have to be awake. You don't need what the next person got. That is jealousy. That's an ugly green-eyed monster. We learned that in the Bernstein Bears when we were kids. Worry about you. Focus on you. What makes you happy? What makes you unhappy? What I don't want to do. Stop living up to the expectations of your parents and your grandparents and all of them and your friends and your teachers. Fuck that. You do what you feel as though in your heart you need to do. And if motherfuckers want to throw this imaginary motherfucking book that they find on life skills on Amazon for about 20 cents to the dollar, which I never heard of, you say nice and very calmly, fuck you. Really, fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck your opinion. Fuck society's opinion. Because last time I checked, I'm Stephen Brown. I'm Sally Winfield. I'm James Cameron. I'm who the fuck I want to be. And you're not going to tell me otherwise. I'm not going to conform to what you're going to do and what you're saying about me. So, in closing, worry about you. Don't stress on where your life is going. You are young. You have, no matter if you're 27, 28, if you're about to hit 30, if you're just starting into your 20s and you're scared, it's going to be okay. Stop worrying about what other people want from you and start looking in the mirror and asking yourself truly, what do you want out of life? What do you love? What do you hate? What are your weaknesses? What are your strengths? And really go out there, get outside of the box and try new and different things, because you'll never know. You'll never know what you love, what you want, unless you try.